great style.
I started surfing when I was about 7 years old. My dad pushed me on my first wave on 3rd Street in Isle of Palms. I started riding, and especially in high school, a ton of alternative crafts, single fins. They taught me to slow down more. Reading waves was a huge part of that, and it slows you down enough where you make mistakes, and your mistakes are amplified by like tenfold. I think my favorite single fin would not be my first one, but my second one, which was the Joel Tudor. It's 6'8". I rode the Joel Tudor with multiple single fins trying to figure it out for such a long time. Probably one of the more ingrained memories I have of a surf was when I was in Nantucket. I brought this 5'8" Bonzer to Nobodere Beach, and it was like pretty nice that day. I mean, it was probably like 6 foot, but then the tide started dropping and it was getting really shallow on that bar, so they jumped up, and like I was getting like these subsurface barrels. Music is one of the biggest parts of surfing to me. I think it creates a mood, especially when you're going out, depending on what it is, like jazz. You gotta listen to jazz, especially when you're on some bigger boards. It'll calm shit down.
Started shaping just under a 1.5 years ago. Originally it started off with one board. It came out pretty bad. It surfed good, but it looked terrible. And you know, I told my wife, I was like, I gotta give it one more try. So I shaped a second one, and then it just kind of became an obsession. And then it was another, and then my 4th trip, I think I grabbed 3 more blanks, and then it just kept going on, kind of snowballing from there. First step, what I'll do is create a template. I'll print out that template. I'll kind of look to see whatever, you know, my center point width, what I want that to be, and what the purpose of the board is going to serve. Once I get that cut out, I'll kind of square off the rails, so you're having a flat wall to work with. I'll kind of foil out the board, the foam, to go kind of make it all flow nice and evenly down the board. So kind of foil it out to a thinner nose, thinner tail. I'll do my bottom contours, which would be anything from like single concave, double concave, spiral V, which all serve their different purposes. Go ahead and draw my rail bands, mark my rail bands onto the board. And what those essentially do is once you get your rail bands carved out or shaped out, it'll create little bevels along the board. So little flat bevels. And once you have those shaped out, you can go ahead and knock down the edges on the bevels, smooth them out, you'll round off your rails, and that'll give you your curve of the rail. And then from there, you're ready to move on to glassing. And what that entails is just laying out your fiberglass cloth, mix your resin, squeegee it on, Once you get that done, you're on to seal coating or hot coating.